All right, everyone, welcome back to Stand. John here, president of Stand. See the ability, not the disability. I'm glad to be here with you guys. I hope everybody is doing well, and I'd like to welcome you back to the stream. Something that gets brought up a lot while going through college, and if you have been through college yourself and you have dealt with, a disability and special accommodations, and just some of the different things that are dealt with while going through college. Um, this is something that's brought up all the time, right? All the time. It's not one of the things where, you know, I can almost guarantee that while going through college, at one point or another, you're going to deal with special accommodations. Um, Let me fix this for you. But you're going to deal with that at least once, I would think. Um, there we go. Put it at 20. Um, and it's not that it's a bad thing that you're dealing with it, but at the same time, we also have people that go through college and they have to deal with it and they're just not sure what to do because special accommodations, it changes. They're always adding things to it or modifying things, and I think that the better a student can understand special accommodations, the better that you will do while going through college. Because you know what, college is, it's, with having assignments and your schedule, it's rough enough while just dealing with the normal everyday things that you can, that you deal with in college, on top of having to deal with some of the stresses behind, different things that might be connected to, going through college, plus having a disability. There's this huge gap of a misunderstanding and knowledge that is just missing. The education of it's missing in different areas. I am glad that I've created this channel so that we can openly speak about this and give solutions, opinions, ideas, thoughts, a place where you can even vent and say, this is what I'm dealing with, what do I do? Well, here at Stand, we hope to help you. Now, there is an organization, a group connected with the college. It is called Stand. See the ability, not the disability. And then we have the YouTube channel Stand as well. And it is the same group, but another group of its own in other ways, because they're just policies that we have to follow at the college. So we can only do so much with that part of it at the college, but then we have this part, which we can connect it in every way, right? And you might be going to a college in Colorado. You might be in California. I would, like to hope to think that no matter what that college is that you're going to, if you're having struggles, we want to help you. We want to help guide you to the right area where you can get the help that you are looking for. And if you can't, find someone to go to and you just get stuck, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Bear with me 1 second. We are a little late. It's 9:18 at night, but I believe we're going to start doing this where we just talk about different topics. And it's going to be one of the things that, each time we go live and we talk. Now, sometimes it won't be a live video. It might be me covering maybe an event to do with, disabilities or something like that. And then other times it'll be live like it is right now. I'm going to open up the channel on my phone as well. That way, if there's chat, I can see that from my phone, and I can. Let me get this opened up real quick, and we'll continue to move on here. Hold on, gotta find it. Hold on, you guys. Stand. See the ability, not the disability. Oh, we're not seeing this. Aha! Here we go. Got it. Here we go. Almost time we'll get started. Here we go. All right, here we go. There we go. There we go. So, all right. All right, there we go. Now I am listening with my other channel, but I can still I can still see the chat when there's chat in there. Okay. Um, so dealing with, like I said, there's a lot of things that we deal with in college, and I feel like understanding the special accommodations and helping you also understand and know what your rights are. This isn't just something where it's just that college is, you're at a certain college if you have this right. No, it doesn't matter where you're at. Special accommodations are special accommodations, and those laws are those laws anywhere in the United States. So if you have an instructor that's not accepting it as a special accommodation or whatever, it doesn't matter that you go to Peru of Georgia, and and that law doesn't go into effect there, right? No, it doesn't work that way. So I know you hear my stuff in the background. So what I'll do is I don't know if I can. I don't know. So anyway, I sent it to one person. I'd like to get more people to share this and get the name out there. But all you can do is just share it and hope that people see it. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the special accommodations. So first thing is first. If you have a disability and you are going to college and you have been registered in with a disability and you are receiving or are to receive special accommodations, you need to use it. Now, you might think, well, I'm not going to sign up for that. I'll never need it. Please don't do that. Please don't do that, because there might be a situation where you come across and you need the help. Um, Let me do something here real quick. Uh, Tell Andy this is a live stream, and I'm talking about special accommodations. Come and join us if you want.
Your message to Andy says that.
Send.
Okay, it's sent.
All right, so just don't get that mindset of where, well, I'm not going to use it, I don't need it, because if it's there and it helps you, use it. You should not worry about if it's making you look different. That shouldn't matter. This isn't high school anymore. This is college. And in college, you're there for what? What are you in college for? You're there for your career, for your future, to make the best of your future, the best of your career. And you have special accommodations right there, ready for you to use them at your request. Anytime you need it, it's there, and you can use it. Let me do this. When I first started college, it was at the end of 2017. I didn't hold back any. I instantly signed up for special accommodations because of my disability of being visually impaired. I also had no problem with others knowing that I was visually impaired, because in my mind, I told myself, I'm here for me. I'm here for my future, for my happiness, even my well-being. This is for me, and I'm going to go as far as I can, and I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that I succeed. And you know, there's been some bumps in the road, but here is the fortunate thing for everyone else. I learned lessons. I learned things about different situations to where at some point or another we're going to be on here and we're going to be talking about something. Somebody's going to have a question, and it's going to connect to an experience that I had, and I'm going to be able to help you and help to prevent you from going through those same struggles. That's my goal, is to prevent people from going through the same struggles and falling over the same bump in the road that I fell over. I don't want no one to go through that. I don't want anyone to have to deal with that. But if you're going to deal with it, I want to be able to be there and help you so that you can do better for yourself. You know, there's a lot of eyeballs in college, and sometimes, going to college, you're going to feel out of place. You're going to be nervous. You're going to feel like you don't belong there. But that's not true, because you do belong there. If you decided you wanted to be there, instantly, right after that, it decided that you belong there. When you decide you want to go, the next thing is it's been decided that you belong there, because that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. That's where you want to go. So, what kind of special accommodations can you request? Well, it depends on your disability. Now, as far as hard of hearing and stuff like that, I can't be 100% on all the different equipment and stuff, but I'm sure that there's items there as well. But anything that will allow you to successfully do your work in the classroom, then that is where special accommodations comes in. It's not so that they're making it easier for you, but it's so that you can do the work. For example, going through college, my books have been print, but they've also been PDF. Almost every one of my books, I would say 95% of my books have been PDF. I've had a couple that were online, and I didn't need it in PDF. So that's a special accommodation. That is considered a special accommodation request. Another special accommodation request, really more, is tied to being in the classroom. Whenever the teacher or instructor hands out an assignment, and maybe it's an article or whatever it is, one of my special accommodations is that assignment or that article is converted to PDF so that I can read it and to be able to complete it. Another request with special accommodations is time. When the instructor says, okay, there's a quiz next week, you have 1 hour to do it, you get time and a half. It's like 150% of whatever that is. So 60 minutes turns into 3 hours. And that's a big one. And the one thing that I'll tell you about that is make sure that when you request a special accommodation, make sure that it's been filled. Make sure that it's been played out and you've received that special accommodation. Because if you don't receive it, that's just making it harder on you, right? Another tip that I'm going to give you about accommodations and stuff is the fact that you need to be able to speak to your instructor. If something doesn't look right, or if there's something and you just don't understand it, or you don't get it, email your instructor. Okay, there's no matter what college they might go to, there's policy on them having to reply to you. Meaning they've got to read them emails and they got to reply. Now I don't know, you know, timing might not be the same for every college, so I'm not going to say that it is, but they will get your email and they will reply to it if it's an email where you need them to reply. Um, also, you at your college where you have your testing center, um, you can also get special accommodations for that as well. You might need to test read to you. So they had to get someone to sit with you and they had to read it to you and help you complete that. Um, when I started my college, they ended up putting a screen reader on one of the computers in the testing center so that if I had to go there, I could, and I would have the accessibility available to me so that I could do my work there as well. So, there's all these little things that might seem small, but they're also such a big deal. Such a big deal, right? Um, let me, I think, that mutes me. We don't want that. maybe, maybe we want that. Yes, that's what we want. Where'd my audio go? Oh, there we go. So, anyways, now I know how to do that. I just want you guys to be really clear that all these different accommodations and things that you need, it's so important. And I don't want to see you go through college not receiving these accommodations when you have the right to receive those accommodations. Okay? So, if you are in college now and you've got a question about special accommodations, you can leave your comment in the chat. I will go back through and read chat and also read comments. And the next time we come back on, I will go through and I will have an answer for you if you have a question. Unless you're here now and you want to talk in the chat, um, you can put your comments in the chat as well. Um, I can reply to you now, but otherwise, I will give you an answer the next time that I stream on here uh, for the live stream or video, either one. Um, the other thing is something that's really important, you guys, is communication. Okay, communicate. Listen, we're in college, but we're adults, and there's no reason why any of us should be ashamed of who we are or of our disabilities. There's even students that go through college that might not have a physical disability. They might have other disabilities that, it's not visible, but it's there. And some of these disabilities, they're never known about unless you discuss it, unless you talk about it. Then it could be recognized. But if we don't communicate, then how can we do better? How can we get help if we're not communicating? Communication is so important, and I will always encourage you to communicate. It's nobody's fault for the reason of where we are today. It's nobody's fault for our disabilities. It's not our fault, and it's not your fault. Or, I mean, it's not my fault, it's not your fault. Because I'm visually impaired, I don't blame you. I shouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you. I can't blame you because it's not your fault. But I can do everything in my power to do what I got to do to get through college, right? And part of that, a lot of it really is communication. Another tip that I have for you, and I would like to share this because I feel like it's a tip that can really make a difference. Each semester before I start my classes, I send a letter to my instructors. And I go in and give a little more detail on my disability, kind of how I do things, and some of the things that I use that helps me. And I send that letter out every semester. That way the instructor can read that and have a better understanding of how I do things, right? So what I'd like to do tonight is encourage you to share this channel. Share it with your friends because I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming with it. I really want to reach out to the world and say, here we are. Here we are. Let's help each other. Let's get through college. And even after we go through college, let's continue this so we can help others get through college. I know sometimes you might get frustrated, but you got to remember that sometimes the instructor just doesn't understand. And the only way they're going to understand is if you help them become comfortable. If they're not comfortable, it's going to be even worse on you because they're going to have no idea. Don't send them off guessing how to do things because they might think they found a way to do things and it not work at all. But in their mind, they think, well, yeah, it does. That works. And if you don't discuss why it doesn't work and they don't know, they can't fix it. So communicate, okay? But tonight, I want you to remember that if you're getting ready to start college or you are in college, if there are special accommodations that you could use, don't wait. Use them. You're not in class to impress your classmates. You're not in class to even impress the instructors. You're in class to impress yourself, to succeed for you. Now, don't get me wrong. I have really good relationships with a lot of my instructors, ones I have now, ones from the past. So just think about that. Now, I am going to host an event. I'm going to put it on Facebook so maybe we can get some more people involved in it. I'm going to try to share it through my school, and we're going to be covering special accommodations and some Q&A on going to college with the disability. Okay, because there's a lot of questions that I think that can be answered in a general view, no matter what college you go to. So, for now, I want you guys to share this with your friends. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, any other social sites that you might be a part of, because it's really important. It's important to me, and I think if you become a part of this community, it'll be just as important to you. Just because we have a disability does not mean we cannot succeed. It honestly gives me more motivation to succeed. And so far, I've done it. There's been other things that I've done as well, and I don't see any reason why we can't talk about motivation and stuff like that on this channel as well. So I'll just tell you that, and we maybe we'll do a go over it one night. But I created goals and I stuck to them. A system where them goals are in my face every day, and I just kept on going forward, not stopping. And I can probably look at them goals and I can see where every goal that I've set since 2017 I have accomplished. Every goal. I said that I was going to go to college and get my degree in criminal justice, and I did just that. I said I wasn't going to stop there. I was going to keep on going to college. I wanted to do get my degrees in psychology. That's what I'm doing now, and I'm about to graduate next year. May of next year, I will graduate. It's not that far away. It's only a semester away, and I will be graduating. So, there's so many different things you can do that will help you do better and that will keep you on focus. So, if you're interested, if you like what we're doing here, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is subscribe to the channel. Become a part of something that's bigger than me and you put together. Something that's bigger than 10 of us put together. Something that's bigger than anything that I could ever imagine. That would be this right here. This is a life changing thing that we're doing. Because of the way I do things now, I can proudly say that I've been successful with every step that I've taken. And guess what? You can do the same thing. There might be a day when I need advice, when I need thoughts, and I'll bring it right here and I'll talk to you about it just like I do in other places. Let's help each other to make college a better place for you, me, and anyone else that's going to college with a disability or struggles that are slowing them down. We are here to get you back on your feet. We are here to motivate you. We are here to educate you. We're here so that we can show our abilities and help the community see our abilities, not our disability. Until next time, you guys take care. If you got questions, there's going to be an email in the description. You can send an email there. But definitely tap on that subscribe button. Set your notifications to always so you're notified each and every time that we start a new live stream. Okay? You'll be notified. Again, this is John Eastep, president of Stand See the Ability, Not the Disability. I hope you have a great day, a great night. Keep your head up. If you're in college and you're struggling, don't give up. Just work harder and come back and see us. We'll help you get through it. Together, we win. That's the way that works. We'll talk to you soon. Give us a thumbs up, share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or any other social sites that you might be a part of. And we'll talk soon.